Hey guys, and welcome back to the Grimsby to Glory episode 2 of season 3. No, it's the other way around, it's episode 3 of season 2. Apologies about that, guys. Head is all over the place as today it needs to be screwed firmly back on because we have 3 games we're going to play today along with transfer deadline day. So apologies if I haven't got any suggestions from the last video because we know what happens. I take suggestions from a video before that. I know it's weird, but it's just the way I record. And speaking of them suggestions, let's get to them. So, straight into the press conferences, Jenny has another question that I'm going to answer. What are your expectations for the new season? This season, I think I want to try and impress the board, so I do want to fight for that promotion. But out of any season, I hope we're in the Championship and Premier League in this series, but out of any season, I think we can afford to slow down a bit. I think it can be this one. I mean, we don't want to spend 2 seasons in League 1, but we can afford to. Next question is from IF Zurich. I don't know if that stands for inform or not, but you should get a second striker in case Jackson Jr. does get injured. Of course, these comments are a bit delayed when I am answering some them. So yes, I have got a striker in. Chris Long is on the bench, but at the moment, he's the top scorer, Jackson Jr., which I will show you later. And finally, a question that Lucas MC Whitey has been asking me for a while is get Embleton from Sunderland and put him in camp. But there's the thing, Sunderland are above us in the league, they're a big team, and he's actually playing there. I checked, he's a regular, they don't want to sell him, he's over $1 million, so it's going to be very difficult to get Embleton. If we go above Sunderland, maybe he'll want to come to us if we're an improvement for him, but if we're not an improvement and we're lower down in the league and he's very expensive, I think I'm going to pass this window. So yeah, thank you guys for the suggestions, keep them coming, thank you for all the comments, even if they're not related to the episodes and we're not in a transfer window, please keep them coming because they mean the world to read, and of course, you'll be featured on a video if you want to. As we are going to go into this Crawley game, Macmillan is loaned out, that is one of our youth players, as we have this offer as well. Gatsatep for Hartigan. We left it here at the end of last episode to think about it, and I'm going to delegate it because we've got Harry Clifton on the bench, we've got Macmillan, we've got Mitchell out on loan who can come back and be good. We've got first teamers like Tunnicliffe who's on flames. He is lower rated, but he is doing really well. So I think Hartigan's lost his place a little bit, and the money we can get for him, I definitely want to take it. We sold Williams on, who was his best player last season, so I don't feel that bad about selling Hartigan off if we can get the right money, and over $2.5 million is a good price for him. Damn, that much for a 66 rated. Yes, he's a bit young, he could probably get into the 70s, 75 to be a gold player, but I'm not just going to wait around for that. I want to get players in the team who are going to be in the team right now, as this is the team right now. We've got McEwen in goal, Hendry, Pollock, Nightingale, and Chris Doig, or Josh Doig, keep calling him Chris, with McEachran, Hewitt, and Tunnicliffe in the midfield. The midfield that I think will stay unless Clifton breaks into it, with Max right now 66 rated, Jackson Jr. and Martin, who these have got to keep on going this season. They're doing really well at the moment, but we've got Murphy, Long, and Scannell all just trying to get into that team, but competition is healthy. I in fact was contemplating changes a bit for Crawley, because the team's a bit tired, but then again, Crawley really do well against us, so we've got to be careful. Of course, they stopped us winning the league last year. Hopefully we can win this game and get closer to top of the league, as these are actually struggling. As here is the Crawley lineup. They've got Glenn Morris in the net, Cisse, Craig, Tunnicliffe, is that his brother? I don't know. And Doherty at the back with Matthews, Powell, Jake Hessenthaler, an ex-Grimsby man, and Ashford. Now Hessenthaler's in the midfield with Nichols and Naddison, who was the top scorer last season, or second top scorer behind Maynard in League 2. But we've got the top scorer in League 1 at the moment, Jackson Jr. with his hat-trick. Hopefully he can add to it. And it is going to be Nichols with the ball back. It's good play from Crawley Town early on here. That was a good run, but Nightingale, brilliant tackle. As we're going to pass that out to Martin as well. Tunnicliffe, I want to play this game because I really want to get a win here, and a good win like I had against Plymouth, as Martin's running forward. It's still Martin, ball in the box to Jackson Jr., a bit poor. Now Jackson Jr. again with it, get that over the top, that's a great ball into Max Wright's path, who's going to whip another ball into Jackson Jr., ref, come on, is that not a penalty? It's going to be a corner ball, but I thought it was tripped there, Jackson Jr., taking the shot as it's gone in towards Matty Pollock again. Tumbled over. Actually looks like it could be a bad one as well for Matty Pollock, who has stayed down in that box. Referee, you have got to put that whistle in your mouth and blow it at some point, because now one of our main centre-backs is out, as Nichols might even punish us here. He's still going. Nichols, great tackle, Tunnicliffe. In a lot of injuries so far this season, as Taylor is going to come on for Pollock. It's only a plaster though. It's not actually an ambulance injury. It hadn't stopped players. Nichols with a good turn, and it is 1-0 Crawley. That's what happens when your centre-back stuck in the opponent's box on the floor and the referee does not stop play. Disgraceful. Honestly, this referee, what is he doing? My player is down injured and you decide to play on. That's just shambolic. Look, Pollock's just getting into the box when the ball's in the back of the net because the referee didn't let him get up and stop the play. It's a shambles. Hey-ho, I'm going to try and rebuild from it. As Nightingale's even on a yellow card, the other centre-back. It looks like it's all Crawley here, as Taylor has to come across and make a great tackle. Hendry now to go forward. Can we get something on our first break? You never know. It's a good ball through. Tunnicliffe. Oh, can't push it past Cisse. Jackson Jr. now trying to fight for this ball. We need to really get a big tackle in, and that is a big tackle. Jackson Jr. going to get booked here, is he? He is. I think that hat-trick was a hoax, you know, guys. I don't think he's really playing up to it this season, as he hasn't really finished any of the chances I've put on a plate from today, and his passing's off. Might have to come off at half-time, Jackson Jr. Thank you for that comment at the start of the video, because we really do need a backup striker. Long may have to make his half debut. So he hasn't really played much, Chris Long, but he could prove different here. Oh, Jackson Jr., a man stayed back for them. I don't get that. It's a bit of a wayward pass to Martin, who's still kept it. Oh, we can't get it in. And at the end of the first half, as it bounces off Max Wright's arm, it's going to be 1-0 to Crawley, and we definitely need to make that change up front. Jackson Jr. has just not done it. Maybe it's fatigue. You never know. Fatigue's an easy thing to blame, though, as I am going to probably take off McEachran, and I'm going to try a different bit of formation here. I'm going to put Harry Clifton in cam. I'm going to change Tunnicliffe up there, put Martin off, and it's a big change. It's a huge... Oh, I'm out of substitutions, actually. So I think I'm going to keep Clifton on. Clifton off, McEachran on. We're going to... Oh, my days, I'm confusing myself. This is what we're going to do. Make all the subs. Long and Murphy come on. Martin drops to cam, which he can play, it says right there. And we haven't really played a cam this season. McEachran stays on even though he's a bit tired, and let's hope the result comes through this. However, it is Crawley straight on. Maybe the new formation takes a while to get used to, as Powell's easily turned us. And it's 2 to Crawley. That has really not paid off them changes. It's left us with a mountain to climb. Crawley Town take a double advantage now. Good pass onto Doig's wing. Doig doesn't get there. Great feet from Joe Powell. And he puts it straight to McEwen's side. Oh, that is just not what we want. Not what we want at all. So, Long, please try and get us back into this game a bit. It's Hewitt now. Hewitt across to Martin. Now to Josh McEachran out wide. To Jamie Murphy in the middle to Long. Can't squeeze it through. However, it is Hewitt with the ball again into Max Wright. That's a good ball. First time for Long. Long! Oh, it's a shot straight at Morris. First shot in a Grimsby Town shirt for Chris Long now. He's only played like 10 minutes when Jackson Jr. has got tired in other games, but he's started off quite brightly here. A good turn. Keep on going, Long. Hit that again, and this time he doesn't fail to score. Chris Long, on the longest bit of game time he's got, scores a goal. Straight for the ball as well. That's what I like. Eagerness from the striker. Good cut away from the defenders. They're just scrambling to chase him, and he puts it to the side of Morris. We've got a lifeline. And it's now Murphy. It could even be more than an advantage, because they're giving the ball away a lot now. Martin, I am actually liking in this cam position, but then again, I don't know if I play it all season, with teams, of course, going to be good. Long's showboating again, and it's a good tackle, Murphy. Whoa, ref! Did you see them legs left in? 15 minutes to go, and they're just trying every single trick in the book to hold on for a winners. That's a great tackle, that is Taylor, just when they're about to pass it. He's playing for his actual position in the first team now. That's McEachran, you've got to do better. Definitely expect better from one of the most experienced midfielders we got, as Ferguson has been laid off here. We've got to come across with Nightingale. Makes a great tackle, even on a yellow. He's been superb. As Martin now, Long, make that run through the gap. It's a long ball up to Long, as he's going to keep on going. Chris Long is going to keep on going. He's going to keep on going. Put a ball across the box into Martin. Overhead kick! And it's in the back of the net for 2-2. What a goal, Josh Martin. And I said I might not want to play this cam formation. I might want to. Best goal. Celebration even proves it. Boys, it's a draw. It's a draw. I don't really appreciate us celebrating like that. We want 3 points against Crawley. As what a ball into the box, but what a finish. Keeper definitely should have done better, though. It's straight at him, but I'll take an overhead kick. Come on, boys. There is added time here. Imagine if it's a 3-2 win. It would be great. As a ball is up to Murphy now. Jamie Murphy looks for Long. Long to wrap it up, and he does! We have come back against Crawley Town to beat them in their own backyard. It's an absolute wonderful performance. Long off the bench gets 2 goals. We were 2-0 down in this game in the second half, and we have won the game 3-2. What a game of football. Jamie Murphy, brilliant ball. That's why he's the highest rated player. Great finish. Their keeper's been shocking, but I don't mind it when it's against us. What a result. 3-2 away from home to steal it. Martin with an overhead kick, Long with 2, and oh, mwah. What a great performance. Referee, blow the whistle right now, as he's going to give them a chance to maybe go forward. We've just got to pin them back now, boys. It's added time over, referee. Blow that whistle as he does. And what a win that is in the league. Oh my days. I think that's a couple of games unbeaten. We beat Plymouth. We drew to Ipswich. And now we have beaten Crawley. That's 3 at least. As that is a great team effort and a great comeback. Oh, and when you ask me where this season's going, only up after that game. Only up. That must be a big confidence booster, that one. To get a result in the fashion we did, excellent. It only takes us to 10th though, and of course we have Pollock injured, so every cloud, and it is only 5 days I think that Pollock injury, so I think he's going to miss the next 2 games, but then one is a cup game, probably not be playing anyway, as I think with that formation that we just did, we probably need a cam, just in case we have to switch to it again, and I might play that game, that formation in the next game, you never know. So I'm going to try and get Callum Slattery on loan from Southampton. Yes, he's not the highest rated, but he's a comfortable cam. I know we've got a lot of midfielders, but hopefully he's not going to play much. And if they're wanting back Southampton halfway through the season, let it be. We'll go for a 1 year, because I think that's the easiest to get accepted. Don't want to pay him a high wage, though. It's 4k. It's way too much for a backup. Loan players, so hard to come about this season. So we'll offer that. They want 50-50, is not going to play much, so I'll go 40-60 Hasenhüttl, and they're not even... I don't get these clubs. Okay, so we're not going to have another camper, so we got a loan offer in for Idahan. Finally, this guy definitely needs a loan deal. I don't know what team it is, but I'll take anyone. So 1 year loan, there we go. Oh, when we play Oxford next, they're a tricky opponent, aren't they? They've got really good runs of form. Then sometimes you just don't hear of them at all. So I'm going to check where they are in the league when it gets to the day. So we've got scout reports. Idahan's going out on loan. That's a great thing, although they want an agreement for it. And Oxford are in fact up in 4th position, so this is not going to be an easy game. Where are Crawley after that game? They're in 15th, so we beat opposition around us. Can we beat opposition above us? Of course, Fleetwood doing really well, who are... Oh no, they've dropped Fleetwood. Jeez, they're below us. We got a draw out of that. Mansfield, of course, beat us. Now level on points with Mansfield. If we win this game, we could actually be up there in the promotion dogfight already. And after that last game, the teams took a bit of a change because I really liked that team that got the Renaissance and got the win in the second half. So we've gone with that, with McEwen in goal, Hendry, Taylor for Pollock, who is fit now, but still a bit sketchy to put him straight back in. Nightingale and Doig with Tunnicliffe instead of McEachran though, because McEachran were just a bit off. Hewitt and Martin just in front in cam, not as far forward. Don't want to take the risk straight away. With Wright, Long and Murphy up top. Murphy was very decent as well when he came on. Of course, we've only seen him make a couple of bench appearances, same with Long. And of course, Murphy got injured in his only start. So hopefully when they're both starting from full fitness, it should be a lot better. And let's have a look how Oxford line up. They've got Eastwood in the net, Mark Sykes, Musinho, Moore and Obita in the defence with Jamie Hansen. Cameron Brannigan, very good player, was in the Premier League at one point with Ferrero, Henry, Taylor and Cooper up front. So, I know Matt Taylor's good. I think that's Matt Taylor. I, of course, know Brannigan's good. I know the whole team's good, so it's going to be a difficult one. As is every game, really, though, isn't it? As Tunnicliffe. But he's a bit upset that he joined us, to be honest, at the moment, because Luton are near the top of the league. However, we could be if we play really well from now on, which we are doing. Long with the ball already. Shoots low. And Luton are actually in front now. Loa, top scorer now with 6. As Taylor is running at us. Can't let him be the top scorer. He's got a couple this season. As we need to just mark him, don't we, Taylor? Taylor versus Taylor, actually. And Taylor wins out. Great tackle. As Wright's going to give it to the side of him now. Hewitt to sprint forward. Give that back out wide. Actually, it's gone through the middle to Long. Didn't mean that. As can he keep on going? No more deals with him. And it's Hewitt with the ball through the middle onto Long. Long, oh, come on. make the run proper. Right, there we go. Max Wright with the ball now into Martin, who loves a goal. And it's off the post and in. I thought that was going wide. Josh Martin should not be a header of the ball. But honestly, since this guy came back from his loan spell, he has been a revolution. He has been a different player. He's won us games on his own. And he's just been spectacular all around. Look at this ball out wide to Max Wright. It's a delicious ball in from him onto the head of Martin, who just throws everything at it off the inside of the post in. Lucky, but this guy just creates his own look. And now Connor Brannigan coming forward straight away. Gives it into Ferrejo. That's a bad tackle, Taylor. But apart from that, he's been really good in this game. As that's a good ball onto Cooper as well. And that definitely should have been 1-1. Paul from Cooper. And Paul from us to let him free. Oh my, big let-offers. They have been quite good here, Oxford, despite our early lead. As Brannigan gives it around the corner this time. Come out, McEwen. Shut down the option for Henry. Just dive on that ball. McEwen, you've come too far not to get it, mate. So you really had to get that ball, but they're still going to play on. That was a bad tackle. Taylor almost connected, but the ball's in the box, and it's out Henry. That was risky, wasn't it? Everyone just throwing the bodies at it. And then McEwen finally gets it, as it's Murphy now on the wing. He's been left upfield. Jamie Murphy still got that ball super glued to his shoes as he gives it out to Doig. Doig to whip it in first time into Martin again, and he's got 2 now. Another cross goal. Doig this time. Cross and goal is how we are doing this season. Very good play. It's 2-0 against Oxford. Oh my day. Where has this come from, boys? Where has it come from? We're playing like prime Barcelona. Ball whipped in onto the foot, bang, straight past Eastwood, no chance as it was too venomous, and now we have 2 goals. Honestly, great performance from that man right there, Martin, who unfortunately has already been on the thumbnail, as it may be long in the thumbnail today, because he's been great as well, but he sweaties it to Martin, another cross, and another goal. Getting easy this. Josh Martin could be the player of the year, literally. He has been magnificent, not just this episode, but everyone. Another diving header, another cross in, but it was quite an easy cross. It was a sweaty cross, that one, as it's just put into an open net. Eastwood, no chance, and we are dominating against a really good team. Every single thing that we have touched in this game has turned to gold. Every move, every goal, bang on point. So we're not going to make any substitutions. Formation as well, bang on point. I'm loving this. Martin scoring a lot more goals in the centre. Maybe I should have done that earlier. But I still just can't understand how one player can be so poor when he's out on loan and shipped out on loan because it was poor, and then come back and be so good. As here's Murphy as well. He's better on the left as it's a ball in the middle. Hewitt! Should have been 4. You had time, mate. And I think with the signings we made in the summer, I think this was an expectation to go and try and fight for promotion. We're definitely showing it this time round. Just clicked him there. And he's got a free kick. I don't really want to give him this as well because, of course, I really want a clean sheet. We could get another clean sheet here, which would be great. We didn't get it against Crawley, conceding 2 early on. As it's going to be Ferrejo to hit this. No, he stepped over it. It's going to be Henry. And it's in the back of the net. That is the clean sheet. Not going to happen. McEwen knocked it into his own net, but then again, it was difficult for him. It was Ferrejo in the end as well who got on it. I think it was Henry who stopped over. Actually, McEwen, I think he could tip that around. It was very far in front of the net. I think he should be doing better. And oh dear, it could be another. No! No! And now Oxford have just come alive and got themselves back into the game. They give a penalty again. We've got a discipline problem at the back for some reason, but I don't think that's a penalty. Nah. I'm not even watching the highlight if this goes in. It's going to be Henry, and he's put it over the net. Oh my days, they did have a lifeline, completely bottled straight over the bar from Henry. And we should try and punish them straight away from there. Thingy in front of their fans as well. That could rub it in. It's Max Wright still going. Max Wright across the box. Long's got a tap in. He's come through players to Long. And I'm sorry, I've got to celebrate in front of their fans. They got really hyped when they got the penalty. Not hyped anymore, are you? Nothing against Oxford in real life, but definitely in this save the way they celebrated. Just across the box. Tapped in. And hang on, it could even be a thrashing here for Oxford. I've never had a game as good as this, where we've got everything right, as it is. Max Wright, oh, good save. Long, it's trickled in, and it is 5-1. If they wouldn't have got that free kick, it would have been 5-0 against Oxford. This game has turned into an absolute pummeling for them. I told you that last minute winner against Crawley would have put confidence in the boys, and it's shown. Not even going to bother watching the replay there because we know how that goes, as it is his 5th of the game. Long's actually got 2 in this game now. He's definitely scored more than Jackson Jr. And Oxford were pushing for a consolation goal, but it could leave them really bare at the back. It's Max Wright running forward to get onto this. Max Wright, a ball in the middle to Murphy, who gets his first town goal. Another cross, another header, and it's 6. Oxford show some class as Jamie Murphy there has finally proved his. As what a ball is into the box from Max Wright. Again, he's got a couple of assists now. I think he's got a hat-trick of assists. A brilliant header past Eastwood, who's going to have a day to forget, along with Carl Robinson, along with the Oxford team altogether. And there we go, it's done. And that is why Blundell Park is going to be a fortress this season. 6 goals, 1 hat-trick of assists, 2 goals for 1 player. Oh, it's been fantastic all around. A 10 out of 10 for Martin, as you expect as well. And again, I've got to say, it's 6 shots and 6 goals. It's every shot we have on target goes in. We've got a bid in here. Hartigan has gone, but we've got a bid in for Harry Clifton from Hushamer for over 1 million. I am going to reject that though. Yes, he's not in the team, and we've got a couple of midfielders, but I do want to keep Harry Clifton here. See, he's still happy. He's still happy that he's getting a couple of bench performances, and of course, he's Grimsby through and through. I think the only team he'd leave to go to is Liverpool, because I think he supports Liverpool in real life. As we have Idahan go out, we have players asked to be in the team, and we are going to rotate to this Grimsby Town other team that I've made. Another team sheet. No signings to be made yet, because it's deadline day on the same day, so maybe after the game. With Schofield in the goal, Millen, Taylor, Arndt now 59 rated, and Boateng making his first town appearance. Buckley, Clifton and McEachran in the middle, with Scannell, Long and Murphy. I think I may have to put a couple more on the bench though. Gibson, you can go on the bench because you'll need a bit of game time there. And Kyle Lafferty hasn't played in a while, so we're going to take Pollock off and Rose on the bench. You know, last season's player of the season, if you even remember that, because of course we've made that many signings and replaced him, that he's just fallen out of favour. And you can see I've gone half and half with our squad, so let's have a look how theirs is. King, Shepherd, Long King, Howkins, Dolan, Haynes, Collins, Wilmot, Sheenan, Taylor. That ain't Abubakar, is it? That is not Vincent Abubakar, is it? Don't you dare tell me Newport signed Vincent Abubakar. I saw he was a free agent, I swear down. Don't you dare tell me that they've signed them. That would be phenomenal business from Newport, even a league below us, as it's Buckley with it now. I've got to get that out of my head. I'm sure it said Vincent as well. I am sure, as it's going to be a difficult game now. I thought this would be a walk in the park. Yes, it's a rotated team, but it's still a good League 2 side, but when they've got players like that, I can't believe it. And there's me thinking Nick Powell for Grimsby was unrealistic, as Abubakar gets a pass over to Collins now. It's a great tackle from Taylor, though, who has really gone and tried to stake his claim in the team since Pollock got injured. As can we move forward straight away with it? Long has a bit of pace on him, Long. I didn't expect that from him. As we've moved inside now, trying to find McEachran, who can't control it. And I was going to play Martin in this game, but I want to rest him and change to just one striker in this formation, as the one striker pays off. It is Long with the first one, and hopefully one in a long day of goals. You know what happened last time? We got a lot of goals at Oxford, who were above us. These are miles below us, Newport, so it hopefully could be the same. Look at him. Look at him. He's just head and shoulders above the Newport. He's got us tackling each other, as that's a great ball through, and he's given a penalty. I don't know how we're conceding all these. Get it over and done with then. Let him just take it. Definitely not a penalty. I've just watched it back as it's Abubakar against Schofield. Can Schofield save Abubakar's? He doesn't need to. The highest rated player in their squad, the one that should never be there, it's Premier League quality, misses for Newport in the Papa John's Trophy. He can't write it, as they have got a chance straight after though, and we can't clear it. And Sheenan has actually scored afterwards. Alright, so I'm laughing at Abubakar and Sheeran scores. Don't tell me that's Ed Sheeran as well. I don't think it is. It's just bounced all over the place. I think it's Taylor who doesn't clear. Oh no, it's Hendry or Miller. Is it Miller? I don't know how many players we've got in this squad. It is Millen. It's Millen. As, yeah, I've forgot my own players now. And that is half time. Newport causing a bit of a struggle against us, but I'm not going to mention his name again. But what do you expect of the striker of that quality? Of course, I think he got the assist as well. As we're going to stay with the same team, it's our rotational lineup, and I've still got faith in them. And a free kick here. Boubacar, of course, over it. As you expect, Taylor's got an injury for them as he's shooting miles over. Whee! And get that through to Long. Is he on? Is he on? He's on! Here's Chris Long, onside! Oh, great save from King, lowered down. That should have been 2-1, I think. Great save. It's going to be another free kick, another chance for Boubacar. But if he misses this, I want to hear the fans go mental, go way, as it's actually a good hit, that one. Schofield just has to tip it over, though. If it were closer in, it would have definitely gone in, I think, because he wouldn't have had time to react, as it's going to land on his head, and he does have a goal. Vincent Boubacar, you kind of expect him to score against us with how good he is, and he finally does. Yep, one from the main man himself. There was close to signing Willy Bolly in real life, Newport, so maybe it's not that unrealistic, but then again, he's played in the Champions League, this guy, as he's just headed it into the back of the net. We can't get anywhere near him. Buckley's literally leapfrogging him back there, but still can't get it away. And you've got to say Arnson's literally got 14 pace and 59 rated. He's done pretty well against the Boubacar. I think he's gone off as well as the big man, so this is where we should threaten. They're saving him for the league. I am actually saving Long for the league, as I've put Gibson on instead of Lafferty, because Lafferty getting on my nerves with how low rating is going, as this is Boateng just running down the wing. This guy wants first team spot and is doing quite well, to be honest with you. McEachran, though, on the ball now. Look at Monty. He got a hat-trick before he left on loan last year and can't get one now. And Podger's right on now. Padraig Amond, who, of course, is a great Grimsby legend, as Abraham wraps it up. Bottom corner. Papa John's trophy I said we want to go for, but it doesn't look like it this season. One man, I would have said, dominated us, but he's gone off and they're still beating us, so that's kind of concerning. The focus on the league anyway. Focus on the league, as it is, I think it's Tristy Abrahams, someone on loan from Bristol, I think. Or maybe he's signed permanently, as we'll see it out till the end of the episode now. Gibson, they cross to Boateng, forward to Murphy, who can't get there. And there we have it, the final whistle. It's Newport's day at Blundell Park. We put all his energy into Oxford, or that's what I'll say. And of course it was a rotated side, so that's another excuse I've got in the locker. But of course, it's the best time now. It's transfer time. Barnsley have actually spent 3 million. No one actually has spent much. No one's bought players. I can't wait till we see us. There we go. A lot of profit, and we've spent 0. We have improved the team leaps and bounds, and we have spent nothing. Nada. And look at the team. We've made 4 million almost in profit without doing anything. I think that's brilliant. And I don't know if he'll make any signings in the first half of the window. I think it's outgoings that I really want to see now. The squad is really getting thick now of players. So if anyone comes in for a player, I will be open to it. But of course, like I always do with deadline days, I'm going to leave it half and half, and not much going on in the first half. So unfortunately, guys, this is the end of this episode. Like, comment, share and subscribe as well with the notification bell on, so you do not miss an episode in the future. This has been a very good one, I think, in my opinion, for us. Very productive going up the league, and hopefully we can carry it on and maybe make 1 or 2 big signings in the next episode. Get a suggestion, and in a bit. Peace.